Hello Uplanders, Genesis Week just concluded and they dropped so much information, so many updates. The next year is going to be super exciting, and in this video I'm going to explain the top 5 announcements that they made during Genesis Week that will affect the metaverse for years to come. First of all, I want to thank all of you, my listeners, and Upland for awarding me Broadcaster of the Year. It is such a great honor, and I'm grateful for all of you who continue to watch my content and share it with other people so that more people can learn about Upland. Now, before I get into the top 5, this is an honorable mention. Upland has just announced that they're going to be entering a new city, the very first one in Asia, which is going to be Tokyo, Japan. It's exciting to see that Upland is continuing to open up cities all across the world and engaging new audiences with new languages and cultures and everything that comes along with that. But this didn't even crack my top 5 announcements of what's coming in Upland. Now, coming in at number 5, we have a vote that you can partake in to vote for Miles's new friend, which is going to be a female llama. Here we can see a picture of this llama, and you can vote on what you think this llama should be named. We all know that Upland has a partnership with FIFA, which started with the World Cup last year, and upcoming we have the Women's World Cup, which is going to be in Australia and New Zealand. And this partnership is a great opportunity to get more women involved in Web3 and the metaverse, and a female mascot for Upland is something that can definitely speak to this new audience of women that Upland is trying to bring into the space. In addition to this, Upland also has partnerships with Mavion and the Susan G. Komen Foundation, and both of these organizations are targeting females. So it's great to see that Upland is very aware of that, and they're trying to engage more females to come into the space. It's only a matter of time until more females do enter the space, and it's great to see that Upland is leading the way and actively searching out brand partnerships that can help bring women into the metaverse. Number 4, Upland just announced its newest token, STEM. STEM is the token that's responsible for sustaining all living things in Upland, and this here is the Genesis STEM totem, which is a map asset that can harvest more STEM. You can learn more about STEM on the Upland Guide website, linked in the description below, and how everything is going to work. This also ties in with Upland's partnership with the Species Foundation. When we're looking at the topic of interoperability between different blockchains and metaverses, and when we look at life, if I want to own a dog in Upland and I want to take that dog into a different metaverse, how is it going to look and how is it going to act? The Species Foundation is going to be addressing this question and looking to bring life to all different metaverses. The third announcement that we have coming is around racing. Here we can see that in addition to the regular racing, we've got interactive racing in a beta testing. 3 things that you can do as a player in racing to help influence the outcome will be that you will have the ability to brake your car, you can change lanes, and you will also receive a number of boosts that you can use throughout the race. We know that each car has its own statistics, and also your block explorer, which will be your driver, will be trainable and have an influence on the outcome of the race as well. But these are additional ways for you as a player to interact with the race itself. With Upland's latest partnership with stock car racing in Brazil, this gives an excellent opportunity for players to own official stock cars, participate in races, and the best part about stock car racing is that it's a team sport. So in the future, I envision that people will be working together to try and team up and win in certain races by trying to corner people off, break in front of them, and all sorts of other things that you can do. So this creates a great opportunity for people to come together and race together and compete together. Coming in at number 2, we have cafes, which were just launched. These are fully immersive experiences, and these cafes are currently run by Upland, but in the future, players will be able to open their own fully immersive cafes. These cafes are powered by Nowhere, and it's a fully immersive experience for your 3D Ready Player Me avatar, where outside of the cafe, you can actually see the entire metaverse as what you see on the game itself. Here we're looking at the football stadium. Here you can see this home that is decorated for Genesis Week, and even if there was something like a race that was driving by at this moment, you would be able to see that as well. These cafes with Nowhere have spatial audio, which means that just like in the real world, if you're here huddling around a number of people and talking, you'll be able to hear them louder than a group of people that are speaking in a different area. So if I wanted to join a different conversation in the same place, I could just walk away from where I'm talking and go closer to speak to someone else and start hearing what they're talking about. So if you're a large brand like FIFA and we have the Women's World Cup coming up, you could absolutely have a watch party in a cafe. Or like I mentioned, if you're racing with stock car racing and there's a track going right by this area, then it would be great to be inside of a cafe and talking about the race and cheering on your team or your car from inside the cafe with everyone around. Upland's slogan is play, earn, and connect, and it is finally time for this third aspect of Upland to finally enter the metaverse. And the number one feature that Upland announced during Genesis Week is they have connected to the Ethereum mainnet. Now, this is huge news, and if you don't understand much about the blockchain or NFTs, this is something that is absolutely going to connect the entire world. The fact that Upland has created this link of interoperability to one of the largest blockchains gives you as a player endless opportunities of what you can do with your assets. Now, of course, you know that the properties and everything that you own in Upland is yours, but up until now, you have not been able to take it outside of this game. Upland is developed on the EOS blockchain, and now there is a bridge where you can take your assets from the EOS blockchain and send that over to the Ethereum blockchain. And in the future, there will be other blockchains as well that can also be interconnected. And this allows you to take your assets and take them somewhere else. One of the largest marketplaces on Ethereum is OpenSea, and this will give players the ability to take their Upland assets and sell it on different platforms like OpenSea. And on the other side of this coin, people will also be able to take their Ethereum assets and bring them inside of Upland. If you are an Uplander who is also a creator of NFTs on something like the Ethereum blockchain, then in the future you will be able to import those assets into Upland and sell them through a metaventure. So it's not just a one-way street where you can take your assets outside of Upland. It's also a way to engage people and bring them into Upland and show them that where there is a community and a place for you to showcase your work, even if it wasn't created inside of Upland. I'd love to hear your comments about what you thought about this video. How did I rank the announcements? What did I miss out on? And what are you most looking forward to this next year in Upland?